Last week, the Texas Education Agency released the 2021 STAAR scores. The STAAR is the summative test that all Texas students take each year to measure their academic progress. We're really lucky in Texas because our state gave the test this year, and now we are one of the first states to get the data back to have a sense of what's happening for our students. There's been lots of stories about this, talk about learning loss, but it's been largely anecdotal, and now we have an actual data set to understand where our kids are. Couple things to know. First, a large majority of students took the test, 87% versus 96% the last time we gave it in 2019. This matters a lot because the data sets now are similar. We can really compare year over year instead of just looking at a small subset of students. This is a majority of Texas students. We saw significant drops in reading and math for our 3rd through 8th graders, particularly in math. The reason that this matters so much is that since 2012, we've been getting incremental progress in both of those subjects. Each year, the score is bumping up a little bit and a little bit. That's essentially been wiped out in this COVID era, which is really important for us to know. This isn't a blip. This is a wipeout of several years worth of progress for kids. Disaggregated data that will show us how students performed by race, ethnicity, special ed status, English language learner status will be coming this summer. But we already know that our academically disadvantaged students seem to have borne the brunt of these gaps more than other students, which is really important for us to know and understand as we think about how to intervene. So what's next? For schools and districts, luckily there were 2 bills in our recent session that are focused on accelerated learning and devote resources to making sure that happens for kids. So it's important for schools and districts to pay attention to what's in those bills and think about how to customize intervention for kids to accelerate their learning and get them back on track. For parents, it's important to know that you can log in and understand how your child did on the test. You can see where they missed, where they did well. That's important information to have. And TEA will be coming out with some resources to support conversations between parents and teachers this fall about how their student is doing and what both we can do at school and at home to support that student into getting back on track if needed. So those are important things to be looking for coming next from TEA.